All right, good evening, everybody. This is the first European Airo live trading call with Nathan Williams himself, the developer of the Airo software. And I just played this song, Eye of the Tiger, because I believe that this software we have is sharp as the eye of the tiger. So we are all thrilled to hear information about it. Before I kick this event off, I would like you for everybody to in the chat to hop in the chat and say where are you from, because I know that here's people at least from five or more countries. So let us know where you're from, which country, which city. We have people from Europe, USA in our teams. All right, Austria, Croatia. All right, people still hopping on. Amazing. We're also live in Facebook, so everybody in the Facebook group, also you're free to comment. Slovenia, Serbia, awesome. All right, so I know that we have a couple of people that are first time hearing this. They got some information prior to this. So today we're gonna speak about, like, it's one of the most popular products in the Auvoria Prime company. And why it's so why it is so favorite and so popular, and because it creates and changes people's lives, creates results and changes people's lives like we have never seen before in the financial markets. I don't want to overhype this product, but we are all thrilled that we got our hands on it, and we're all thrilled that we got the actual creator, the developer of the software himself, speaking today with us. He's going to say a little bit about himself. I know he has been, years in the financial markets trading, and the actual software that he created is basically because he wanted, help people to get better insight in the financial markets. A lot of you have, tried yourself in the financial markets, and you've seen that it's hard, and you have to do all the analysis and all this kind of stuff, sit down in front of the charts. And what this product, what Airo does for us, it saves time and it puts you, side by side with the professional traders. So without further ado, I want to welcome Nathan Williams to the call. Nate, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, rather. Welcome to the call, and let's kick it off. People didn't come here to listen to me. They all want to listen to you. So let us know, how long have you been in the markets? What was the idea behind Airo? How does it work? Well, people want to see some tips, tricks, secrets behind it. So kick it off, Brad.
Sure. Appreciate it. So, again, name is Nathan Williams. I've been trading in the financial markets since 2007. I've traded everything you can think of. Actually, everything that is available to trade for a retail trader, I've traded. So Forex, cryptocurrency, precious metals, commodities, futures, options, stocks, whether it be the blue chip stocks or the pink sheet, which are the penny stocks. So anything you can think of, I've traded that, again, is available for retail traders to trade. And it wasn't until 2016 when I started to trade Forex that it got to a point where I found a level of, I guess, the finance market that gave me the biggest challenge. Learning how to actually read the charts and understand the charts, was very difficult in the beginning. But once I found myself with a mentor who gave me as he called it, the blueprint, or pretty much a trading plan, and taught me the basics. It was until then, which would have been 2 years later, 2018, that I actually started to make money in the market. First 2 years, I never made a withdrawal. All I learned how to do was draw trend lines and blow accounts. That's it. That's all I could do, is draw trend lines and blow accounts. I knew how to put a 3 standard lot trade on gold in a buy direction when the market was selling, because I was making the most common mistake that beginners make. I was trading against the trend. I knew how to trade into a support zone, into a resistance zone, because I had no idea how to identify support and resistance. I was over leveraging my account. I have a $200 account and I'd have a standard lot on that account, trying to make a home run like a lot of the gurus that I were watching on with other companies and online, things of that nature. All right, trying to make the big bucks, not understanding margin, not understanding leverage. So fast forward to 2018, I got to the point where I'd been part of a couple of companies and some groups, and just got to the point where I didn't really like the direction, because my approach that I was trying to get the entire group to do was to create a software that we could use that had multiple strategies, but within context of the software, because all the other groups, everyone had their own strategy, and a lot of people just couldn't keep up with it. So I went out on my own. I created Airo, at least the prototype version, and I found my first 50 people that just follow me on social media, and the rest is history. The results speak for itself from the beta test group. From there, if you guys don't know, Calvin Frazier, he is, man, they changed the levels. He's Icon 10,000 with Auvoria Prime. He found me, brought me to Auvoria Prime, negotiated the deal with the company, and here I am. Throughout my journey with Auvoria Prime, the company has enjoyed the way that I train and teach and the passion I have behind it, that they asked me to be the director of education. So I happily accepted. And as of January the 1st, I've started my role as the director of Forex education with Auvoria Prime.
Congratulations on this.
Oh, thank you. And I couldn't do it without you guys. I mean, it's just, a passion that I have. My goal with this is, I had no idea, all this is available for me. My goal, simply put, from the very beginning and still to this day, is to help 1 million people learn how to trade the financial market. And you see, I don't say Forex. I say the financial market, because Airo works on anything with a chart. So if it's binary options, it works on binary options. If it's the stock market, it works trading stocks. Forex, cryptocurrency, you name it. If it has a chart, Airo will work on it. It's just a matter of tweaking the strategy to go hand in hand with the actual asset class that is being traded. And so I say that because I know also not everyone may be into Forex. So as we, some people may just love to trade cryptocurrency. I've been told you guys have some great traders amongst you that trade cryptocurrency, and that's great. Some people may just like to trade precious metals. Our CFO, if everybody doesn't know who our CFO is, Mr. Joshua Fair, for the most part, he loves to trade silver. So he loves to trade precious metals. So it's about just making sure that, there are different strategies based on the different personality types. And then there are different asset classes that you can trade based on the different, levels of excitement. Not everybody's excited to trade Forex. They may want to trade something else. And if you could give me permission to share my screen, I'll jump on and pull up the software and we'll go over that.
Sure, you're good to go.
Okay, great. All right, so here is the Airo software. All right. Cool thing about this is I am on my FTMO demo account. So for those who don't know real quick what FTMO is, they are a prop firm, and they have some very strict rules. But if you can pass the test, the trading test, which is being able to gain 10% growth on the account while achieving less than 5% loss in a day or 10% loss in a month, then you can receive a funded account up to $200,000, meaning that you can receive an account up to $200,000 that will allow you to be able to trade a funded account and be able to make money from an account, let's say, of 100 grand. So if you don't have 100 grand, but you can, you have a great trading plan and you have great risk management, you can pass this and have a 100 grand trading account, and you get to keep 70% of all profits. This platform has won a lot of elite traders that have a lot of experience they can't pass on the first try. And it takes them 3, 4, 5 tries to pass. And I can tell you, there are Airo users that have 3 months experience trading, not just 3 months with Airo, 3 months experience trading, period. They pass the test 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, utilizing Airo. There are traders that are getting funded. And then there are also traders, I posted on my IG the other day, that we had our very first trader who actually received their withdrawal. So not only are traders being funded using the Airo software, but they're also making withdrawals from those funded platforms. Right now, we've got about 12 to 15 different traders that are funded, fully funded on some different type of platform. And they're trading and making money with what I call OPM, other people's money. That's a great testament to, just understanding risk management and understanding the power of the software. So in a nutshell, what is Airo? Airo is just a visual indicator. That's it. Just a visual representation of what the market is doing. All right. And then there are 10 different strategies that will allow you to incorporate with Airo, which changes Airo into what I like to call a trading system. All right. Most indicators, most people get it, confused. This is an indicator. Most indicators, you can only trade 1, maybe 2 different ways. If you get an up arrow, buy. If you get a down arrow, sell. If you get this, do this. Very simplistic rules, but it takes all the trading out of it. With Airo, you can trade 10 different strategies, and all these strategies range from beginner level, with basic, rejection of support and resistance, breakout strategies, trend strategies, to intermediate level strategies like counter trend trading, to experience level strategies like the market maker method and the bank induction, which is coming out this week. All right. So from a visual representation standpoint, what are we seeing here on the chart? All right. So a regular chart looks like this. Most would say, hey, I don't really know what to do with this. Looks great. Yes, I would have sold all this, but it's great to say that after the fact. How do you know when to sell when it's way up here before all this happened? All right. And then when you throw on the software, you get a better idea of what is going on the charts. All right. You can see here, you have red zones, you have green zones. The red zones are resistance or the ceiling. The green zones are support or the floor. If I take a ball and I throw it at the ceiling, it's going to hit the ceiling. It's going to bounce back to me. If I take a ball, drop it on the floor, it's going to hit the floor and bounce back up. That is all price does on a daily basis. Bounces off the floor, rises to the ceiling, bounces off the ceiling, starting to head back down to the floor. Sometimes it doesn't make it. Bounces off the ceiling again, headed back to the floor. That is all price does again, over and over. The goal is to understand the overall direction and understand when to get in and then what time of the day to get in. Those 3 things are key, especially for beginners. They don't typically understand that. Next, you see the candlesticks. Majority of them are green if they're above this blue line, or red if they're below the blue line. So the blue line is a moving average. It tells you, or it gives you a visual representation of where price is going. So you see the overall trend is down because the line, moving average, is heading down. Right now, the trend is up because the line is moving up. Sideways here, which means the market is just moving sideways. So it just gives you a visual representation of what the market is doing. If price, I call the candlesticks. If price is above the moving average, you're typically in an uptrend, and price, or the color of the candles, is typically green. And vice versa. If you're in a downtrend, you're typically underneath the moving average, and the candlesticks are red. So just giving you another visual representation. So if you get into a trade, as long as the candlesticks stay below the moving average and stay red, you should feel comfortable that what? That price is continuously heading down. So you are good to hold your trade for sale. Next, you may not see it here, let me zoom in. You see we have these shaded areas here. little shaded area here, little shaded area here. That is what I call the money zone. The money zone represents the 12 hours of the day where over 80% of the money is traded. The foreign exchange market is a $7 trillion a day market. 80% or more of that 7 trillion happens inside this 12 hour, the shade area during these 12 hours. So that gives you a representation of, hey, this is probably the best time of the day to trade. As you can see here, inside the money zone, price moves. Outside the money zone, it kind of moves to the side, moves a little bit, but not much. Inside the money zone, got bigger moves, more volatility. There's more money in the market inside of what? The money zone. All right. Last but not least, you have the arrows. The arrows themselves. There are 3 types of arrows, even though they all look the same. These are my proprietary strategy. These arrows only show up when all the criteria are met for each individual strategy. There's a counter trend strategy. So if price is in a downtrend, it's giving you potential entries for a buy and vice versa. There's a confirmation trend strategy. So when the trend has confirmed to have changed from what? From an uptrend to a downtrend, you get an arrow and vice versa. And lastly, there's a continuation. So that when the trend has started and confirmed, when it continues, there's another indication that, hey, the trend is still continuing in that same direction. So you get hence another arrow in that direction.
Nate, can you explain? Some people think that the signal has been late when it doesn't come on the first arrow. They think that it needs to come when the arrow pops up and it's in the second candle, right?
Sure. Great observation. So let's look at it. This arrow right here. This arrow right here. All right, highlight in blue. When this arrow pops up, it will send you a notification. I have all the settings and everything in the back office with the videos. And again, we can go over it as well, where I can show you how to hook everything up to your phone. So every time the arrow pops up, you can get notification on your cell phone. That way you don't have to look at the charts all day if you don't want to. But this arrow will only pop up once this candle is done forming. I trade majority from the minute 15 to the 15-minute chart, which means every candlestick takes 15 minutes to form. So every 15 minutes, a new candlestick starts to form. All right. This arrow will only populate when this candle is done forming and this next candle next to it, next one next to it, right here, has started to form. Now, why is that? First of all, you're not late. That's how the software is designed. Second of all, the reason why is because sometimes a candle can be going up and qualify all my triggers, but then if it retraces before the 15 minutes is up, then the qualifications aren't there. And now you have a bad entry. So that candle must close. It must commit in the direction of the trend before what? Before the arrow populates. Because if it doesn't commit, price could easily just turn around and head the other direction. So that is the reason why the software is there to do so. There's other reasons as well, which is called repainting. There are a lot of indicators that look very good out there, that look perfect as far as the entries and exits. And that's because they repaint, which means that let's say all my qualifications were met on this real long candle right here, and the arrow popped up, and then the candle went all the way back down. Price started to go down. That's why you get these wicks. So price starts to go back down, and then the arrow disappears because now the qualifications aren't met. That is called repainting. That is what I call the devil. You do not want an indicator that repaints, because you'll enter in when you see the arrow, and then a few minutes later, price comes back down, the arrow disappears, and now you have a bad signal and price goes the wrong way, you lose your money. All right? So these do not repaint. That is the reason why it may look to you that it's late. So no, every time the arrow pops up, your entry is going to be on the immediate next candle. All right? That's pretty much it. I guess anybody have any questions about? I can show you before I move on to showing you guys how strategy number 1 works. Anybody have any just general questions? All right, so strategy number one. I like to always bring this one up. This is the foundation of the Airo software. Strategy number one is what we call the bag entry method. Bag, B-A-G. It's a slang term for money, for getting paid. But bag for Airo, the way I look at it, stands for bounce, Airo, go. Now, what does bounce, Airo, go mean? So, number one thing, there's 3 steps. 3 steps to strategy number one. Step number one is to zoom out all the way. Identify the trend. How do you identify the trend? Count your zones. Do I have more red zones than green zones, or more green zones than red zones? 1, 2, 3, 4 red, 1 green. So you now know I have 4 red zones, 1 green zone. So you know what? And there you guys, this is what the notifications look like on the computer. And you could have also received that same notification on your phone as well. But because I know there's 4 red zones and 1 green zone, that tells me the overall trend is what? Down, which means I'm only looking to take sales. I don't care about taking buys. I'm only looking for down arrows because that is telling me I'm trading with the trend. All right. Next, I want to what? I want to only take trades inside the shade area, inside the money zone. Until you become more experienced, you want to stick with only taking trades inside the money zone. All right. And then step number 3, only take bag entry trades inside the money zone in the direction of the trend. We know the trend is down, so we're only looking for down arrows. So I'm not looking for this. I'm looking for this. I'm only looking at these 2 right here, and then this one right here as of right now. Let's see which one's qualified. So a bag entry is a bounce, arrow, go. What does bounce mean? We want it to bounce off the floor or the ceiling, like we talked about earlier. If we're looking for a sale, then we want what? We want price to bounce off the ceiling and head down. Price bounced off the ceiling here, came down. We got a down arrow. We immediately put our trade next candle, which starts right here. And we sell for 20 pips. And we take profit at 40 pips. As you can see here, this trade dropped a total of 34 pips. We made our 20 pips very quickly, very easily. In a matter of 45 minutes, we were able to collect 20 pips. And you can see here, price only went backwards on us. 4 pips. So price, if you're using a dollar lot size, that means you were negative $4 for a couple minutes or a minute, 30 seconds, and then it dropped all the way to plus $20. And you're done. It's all about managing your risk. Managing your risk. We talk a lot about that with Airo because, again, it is the 3rd most common way that beginners lose money because they over leverage and they do not manage or utilize proper risk management. They're always trying to hit the home run. And it's about not hitting home runs, but hitting consistently. The goal here in this game is to hit a lot of singles. We like to hit a lot of singles, first base singles. So we just want to get on base. Every now and then we'll try to hit a double. So a double is kind of like this here, 2 arrows in a row, we catch the move. But for the most part, we're looking to catch a bunch of singles. The more singles you collect, you collect 4 singles, that's a home run. You scored, you run, so 4 singles. The more singles you collect, the more growth you get in your account. All right. The more you understand the markets, and then when you're utilizing some of these other additional products that Auvoria Prime offers, you have a better understanding of what you're looking at or what the software is doing or what direction the software is going. All right. So that's strategy number 1. All right. The other rule of strategy number 1 is when you enter that trade, you want to make sure there's more than 20 pips to the next zone. So if it bounced off the ceiling, when you got your entry point here, you want to make sure there's more than 20 pips until the opposite color zone. So if it bounced off the ceiling and you get in, there needs to be more than 20 pips until the floor. And there's 48 pips to the floor. Why do we need more than 20 pips? We need more than 20 pips because price may not always make it all the way to the floor. Sometimes it stops before the floor and just turns around. These support and resistance lines or zones are just that. They're just zones per area of where price may turn around because it's done it there before. But price can always turn around beforehand. See, it touched it here, came down, didn't go all the way to the floor, but turned around here. Didn't go all the way to the ceiling, but turned around here. Didn't go all the way to the floor, but it turned around. Didn't go to the ceiling, but it turned around. Came down here, but it didn't go to the floor, turned around. Went the other way. Price doesn't have to go there. But if it does, you understand that that's going to be a powerful move. Price rejecting off of the support or resistance area and then heading in momentum in the other way will give you an arrow in that new direction, which will allow you to what? Allow you to, with a high probability chance, catch pips in the opposite direction of the zone it bounced off of. That is strategy number one. I call it the bag entry method. The beta test group of 43 people, when we first beta test this software, as you guys know, Auvoria Prime beta test all its software, the beta test group proved that strategy number one has a 85+% win ratio. 85+% win ratio. As long as you just follow the rules. And that's it for strategy number one, guys. Don't want to get too technical, too difficult. That is the bread and butter. We use that strategy very, very often. And again, the team has proven, again, I didn't take any trades with the beta test group. I got on calls and taught them how to use it, but they were able to successfully win 85% of the time just with strategy one. There is a trader in the United States who has never traded. He's got a lot of money, so he was able to put 140 grand into his trade account, which I thought was very interesting for someone who's never traded. But his first 2 weeks, he just demo traded, getting used to the software. His next 6 weeks, he traded cryptocurrency, he trades gold, he trades indices. He doesn't even trade the Forex pairs. I don't know why he doesn't want to trade them, but he has successfully grown his $140,000 account to over $250,000. He has only been trading, that was a couple weeks ago, so he's now, I'd say about 8 weeks, so let's say 2 months of actually being a trader. He's only been trading live ever in his total life for 2 months. I have a 16-year-old cousin that I taught how to utilize the software. His very first week, I made him watch strategy number one 25 times. I didn't give him any other videos. Here's strategy video number one. He watched that 25 times. His very first week, which is the next week of trading, his second week, I let him use the software. We had a call. I showed him how strategy number one works. I didn't even take a trade with him, and I left him alone. I didn't hold his hand because I didn't want people to see. I wanted to see how he reacted. He made $3,700 in his first week trading strategy number one. He's 16. He's full-time in school, as any 16-year-old is in high school. And he, of course, he has a social life playing basketball with his brother and plays on AAU basketball, so he's traveling a lot. But he found time to do what? To make money, catch pips. He's 16. He made $3,700 his first week ever trading. He's 16. He never knew about it. All he knows is he sees his cousin, his big cousin, posting Instagram and Facebook results, and he wanted to join in on the fun, and he made $3,700. There are 10-year-old, 11-year-old, and 12-year-olds trading the software around the world right now. So it's that simple, and majority of them use strategy number one.
This is so crazy. I can't even imagine this. Now, we are able to teach kids to make money instead of wasting time on social media or playing video games.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Comments, questions, concerns? Anybody have any questions?
So far, no questions. So as we saw in the Auvoria Prime Academy, there's in total 9 strategies that you use for Airo.
Correct. Number 10 comes out today.
All right. Can you give like a short crash course, what is the most common strategies that are being, combined?
So number one is used by everyone. Everyone uses number one. It's the most widely used strategy. After that is number 3. The number 3 strategy is a Asia session breakout. So a Great Britain pound breakout. It's only for the pound pairs, so the GBP pairs, the Great Britain pound pairs. It's a breakout of Asia session. Asia session is, and I'll show you how to set this up on the charts, so don't worry about being lost now. But anything between the start of the money zone, which I show here, and where this dotted white line is, which is called the period separator, that is what's pretty much constitutes the new Forex day. Even though the market doesn't close, when the new day starts at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That constitutes the new Forex day. So everything in between 4 p.m. Central Standard Time and midnight Central Standard Time, that 8-hour time frame there, is the Asia session, the Asia channel, as we call it. All right. And so what we're doing is we're waiting for what? We're waiting for price to break below and close below or above the Asia channel, depending on the trend. So here's the top of the Asia channel. Here is the bottom of the Asia channel. Let's see, right here. As you can see, our second bag entry, our bag entry, our first one, bounce, arrow, go, happened with the break of Asia channel. So you see here, strategy number 1 and strategy number 3 combined together resulted in 20 pips. When you start to trade and understand more and more of the strategies, you'll start to see how multiple strategies happen at the same time, because everything is built off of basic Forex principles, and you'll start to see. And so the more strategies that that happen at once, where you have one candle that gives you a trigger for multiple strategies, the stronger that move will be, the highly, you see your probability of win rates will be at that point. And it's just a beautiful thing to actually trade. And so this trade here, we would have took that trade, same 20 pips. We got in on that same entry as the bag entry as well. So that's the very common strategy. I can tell you, we've used that strategy on the London session. I actually host all London session calls, me and Calvin Frazier, the individual that found me. And so in the last 3.5 months, we have taken over 75 trades live on the calls. Last night, we took our 5th loss. So last night we had our 5th loss, number 5, last night. So now I can finally count on one full hand, how many losses we've had, because we're real disciplined, and we take our time picking strategies or mastering the strategies, teaching the strategies, and only trading the strategies that meet all of the criteria. So in over 75 trades, we've only lost 5 on live sessions. Again, our live session is 3 hours a day, 3 days a week. So we don't take a lot of trades, because it's not about taking volume of trades; it's about taking the quality of trades. New York session when Dante was on. Dante, oh man, he's I guess icon 25K, so 25,000. One of the highest ranked individuals, from a team building standpoint in the company. He was, helping out for the first 3 months of leading the New York session. Same with him. He only lost 5 trades as well. Combined, we've lost a total of now 10 trades on both New York session and London session. And we have combined almost 200 trades combined between both sessions. And so it's all about being disciplined, following the rules. But I tell you about the losses for 2 reasons. Number 1, we lose. Everyone loses. No one is going to win every trade. No one. Even JP Morgan Chase, the bank, who has unlimited funds, they lost 3 times last year. They closed out 3 trades in the negative last year. All right. Everyone loses. Even the banks lose. But it's all about your wins. Did you manage your risk properly? Do you have a winning strategy? So we have more wins than losses, that therefore our accounts are positive, even with those losses. But then I also tell you about the losses to explain that we have very few, because we have mastered the strategies and our discipline and know exactly how to utilize the strategies, when to implement them, and how to execute them, to the point that we win significantly more than we lose. But that's strategy number 3. Another favorite strategy for the group, they like to trade strategy number 7. Strategy number 7 is threefold. It's like 3 strategies in one, but strategy number 7 is all about identifying different market patterns. Let me see if I can find some real quick. All right, so we have some pretty cool market patterns right here. So we teach M patterns. There's only 3 patterns in strategy number 7 you're going to learn about: how to identify them, how to trade them, what markets to trade them in. There's an M right there. All right. You have a W pattern right here. The W, you have an M, and then you have what we call a wedge. The wedge pattern is what? The wedge pattern is the most profitable pattern in all of Forex trading. We actually have a group called the Hawkeye Group. They come on every day from 7:30 a.m. Eastern to 9 a.m. Eastern. So for an hour and a half, Monday through Friday. And they use Airo to just what? To just show you how to draw wedges. As you can see here, this wedge looks like a pizza. That's what a wedge is. All right. Just a wedge. All right. A door stopper. But this is a wedge that I drew based on the market conditions of what? An uptrend. You see, we have more green zones and we have no red zones. So we know the market is up. And guess what happened? When price broke out of that wedge, you see, price got really tight in this wedge. Price broke out of the wedge with what? Look at that. A bounce, arrow, go entry out of the wedge. Price ran up 139, called 140 pips. We had a wedge and a bag entry. And if you zoom in, we also had what? A W formation. 3 strategies, actually 4 strategies matched up here, because I see strategy number 9, which I'm not going to get into because that is a advanced strategy, very advanced strategy. But you see here, there's a W formation, you had a bounce, arrow, go, and a break of the wedge. 3 different strategies lined up right here, 3 different, which gives you that nice run up for 140 pips. Nice run up. And for the most part, no drawdown, just straight up. That is the power of the software. That's the power of Forex trading and understanding what it is you're doing and looking for, waiting, timing the market, and placing trades at the precise time. So 1, 3, 7, everyone loves strategy number 8, which is the Fibonacci strategy. And so those are probably the 4 of the 10 strategies that people use the most, are 1, 3, 7, and 8. But again, there's 10 strategies. Number 10 comes out today, and there's 10 different strategies because everyone has a different personality. Some people may love a more simplistic strategy. Some may love a more intricate strategy. Some may learn, like breakout strategies. Some may learn, like the market patterns. It may be easy for them to identify M's and W's and wedges. So there's different strategies for different trading personalities. And so, I always tell everyone, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, but it's been proven time and time again that those individuals that master strategy number 1 plus 1 more strategy, so 2 strategies, strategy number 1 plus 1 more, they have the highest success rate. Understanding strategy number 1 will help you to start to identify all the other strategies. You'll start to see how it all plays together. So if you pick 2 strategies, number 1 plus 1 more that you like, master those 2, you can be successful trading the forex exchange market, because now you know exactly what you're looking for. You already know what time of day to look to take trades. You already know what direction to trade in. And then of course we talk about proper risk management as well. So as you get in, we'll talk about that as well, on what type of lot sizes to use. That way you're not over leveraging your account. So if you do lose, it doesn't hurt you.
True. So what we've seen so far is that this is a highly accurate tool. People can combine different strategies. 10-year-old children can use it and make money on financial markets. And all these strategies, where can people find them? Because we have new people, so we have trainings for this.
Sure. So number 1, we have a community of traders. We have for those who do, go ahead and upgrade or switch over their license to get the Airo software. We have a what I call Airo bag chat. So bag, as you guys know, bounce, arrow, go. So Airo bag chat, and we have an Airo announcements chat. In the announcements, we announce everything that has to do with Airo. All those sessions are recorded. So we post all the recordings there. You can go and watch all the YouTube recordings. Any announcements about upgrades, any announcements about anything dealing with Airo, whenever it's time for a call, we announce 45 minutes early, 10 minutes before the call. But then the bag chat is where everyone talks. That's the chat group for everyone to chat amongst each other, bounce ideas off each other, ask questions, learn from each other, show results. It's a safe place. And then pinned to the top of the chat group, there's a lot of great information. The schedule for trading, all the trade live sessions. Right now, we've got about 33 hours of live trade sessions throughout the week. And so if you can't get on one day, there's 5 days a week we have trade sessions, and we're only going to add more to that. But then also in the back office under AP Academy, as long as you have the Airo software, you'll be able to find all of the videos under the My Product section. So if you go to AP Academy, and then you go to, and I guess I'll show you real quick. Let me log in. It's the very same place you would for all of your software. For those of you guys who have any of the expert advisors. Give me 1 second real quick. Let me pull up AP Academy for you guys. So for everyone that is new, I'll guide you. So
every new person basically has the all onboarding system, tutorials, everything step-by-step guides, right?
Correct. When you log into AuvoriaPrime.com, you want to select here at the top of the screen, AP Academy. All right. Or if you've got this little icon right here and open up the menu screen on the side, you hit AP Academy there as well. It'll bring you to this homepage. You can watch this video, quick overview by our CTO, Mr. Bill Wynn. But if you select My First Steps here, it'll take you to some onboarding videos that you definitely need to watch. And again, manual trading with the Airo software, because Airo software is a manual trading tool. It doesn't take the trades for you. It just gives you opportunities for entries. That's what these signals are for. But you have to analyze the market yourself, which is very simple to do versus the way it used to be, or people are taught, and take the trade yourself. But you can see here under My First Steps, you get 4 modules. You need to watch all these videos. And then up here in the top right-hand corner is what? My Products. You select My Products. It brings you to this page here. You scroll down. Here's your software. Access Setup course. And you scroll down and you'll see you have my overview video of explaining what Airo is, how to set up your VPS and access your VPS for those that are new and they don't know how to set up Airo. I also have a call every Sunday, 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for all beginners, anyone that is, that needs help getting set up, how to take a trade, how to take profits, stop loss, how to count pips, and then how to use strategy number 1. All that happens on Sunday, but I also have a video going over all that. And then all the strategy videos, strategy 1 right now through strategy 9. And then strategy 10 will be there later on today.
Cool. This is really simple. So basically what we also have heard that literally a person who never traded in financial markets can use this within 2 weeks, become, having solid results. If they stick to the trading plan, be disciplined, and don't push the account over too much.
That is correct. Those who continue to follow the rules and practice proper risk management, they are showing success, whether they have been trading for a year or 2 weeks.
All right. So this is even for beginners and experienced traders.
Correct. We do have some institutional level traders that trade the software. There are a couple of traders that used to trade for hedge funds and banks. They are using the software. So even advanced traders use it. They use it for differences. They're less more another type of confirmation for them, because they already have a strategy that works for them. But they use this as another level of confirmation, confluence, for them with their overall trading. And then the beginners, of course, it's everything for them because they've never traded before. So all levels of experience.
Cool. So are there any differences between trading Forex, indices, stocks, crypto?
Big differences. Counting pips is different. Margin and leverage is different. Volatility is different. If you never traded before, stick with the foreign exchange currency pairs. I talk about 10 pairs that have very good success rates with trading this software, just due to the volatility. If you master those, 10 pairs, and again, kind of like I tell people as well, if you pick strategy number 1 plus one more and master those 2 strategies, do the same thing with the currency pairs. Pick 1 or 2 currency pairs and just master those 2. You can make great living only trading 1 or 2 pairs. All right, because you get to intimately know that pair and get to understand when it's moving. You'll find yourself making trades before the software tells you to get in because you just understand that pair. And I say that before you move to anything else. Cryptocurrency, indices, precious metals like gold are very, very volatile. If you're not used to trading, you definitely want to take your time trading something less volatile before you get into something more volatile, because that is the fastest way to blow your account. Everyone wants the shiny object. Right now, the shiny object is cryptocurrency. Everybody wants to trade cryptocurrency. We have groups of people that are qualifying every day. If you catch 10,000 pips or more on cryptocurrency, you can do what? You can qualify for the exclusive group. You get a cryptocurrency flyer showing how many pips you've caught. You get your own strategy, and the strategy is going to be taught, and you get a new call, your own specific call just for the cryptocurrency group every week. So it's a pretty cool group to be a part of, but everyone cannot be a part of that group. You have to be disciplined. 10,000 pips is a lot of pips, but it is very doable with cryptocurrency, even with one trade. I think the last call I called on cryptocurrency, I believe Bitcoin, we actually caught 7,500 pips in about 15 minutes. So it's very doable to catch a lot of pips very quickly if you're disciplined enough. And cryptocurrency does not, it does not play well with a lot of the strategies, because the strategies are built off of basic Forex trading principles. Cryptocurrency is new. It does not move like Forex. There is not a lot of data. So a lot of the strategies and tools that are built for Forex do not work with cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency does not move like Forex. It moves like another animal, just like gold, and just like the indexes. So your NAS 100, your S&P 500, your US 30. So I recommend sticking with the currency pairs before you move to indexes, but there is a big difference.
Yeah. So first of all, what you're saying is basically master 1 or 2 Forex pairs, then add like 10 major pairs, master them. Then when you're experienced enough, you can move on to crypto or indices, stocks, or gold.
Correct.
Awesome. So next thing I want to do, I would like to recognize one person from these groups. He is from Croatia, and he's been, I like to invite him, but first of all, I like to share that he caught your group and caught 30,000 pips, Bitcoin verified. His name is Josip. He's here on the call. So Josip, congratulations. Can you turn your mic on and say how long have you been using Airo?
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm using Airo for 3 months now. I was a full beginner when using Airo. The first thing I made up on market, on Forex, on crypto was Airo. And I can say we are blessed with this, as I like to call him, King Airo. I was killing the market from the very beginning. In first month, I made 100%. Yeah, that made me a big motivation for the next education about other strategies, and I started to implement Fibonacci strategy now, and boy, that opened my eyes to see how market makers can control the market, and it is really incredible that what Nathan offered us.
Josip, how long have you been trading before this? Have you ever traded before?
No. So
Never.
I think no. 3 months straight on Airo, the first software I met.
This is insane. So first
Yeah.
time trading ever in life, using this product for 3 months, and over 30,000 pips in Bitcoin verified and access to the special group. So congratulations on the call. I believe that this is the just the first one of our people from our groups, and that there will be many more. Nathan, I also saw mistakes that I was doing, that I was not following the rules and missing out. So now I know from tomorrow that what I'm gonna use and what I'm gonna do. So thank you for getting the insight in Airo. I don't know, Josip, thank you also. I don't know if anybody has some questions for Nathan while we have him on the call. I know he's really busy, and that is also, great achievement, because he brought one of the top products in the company. Of course, Auvoria Prime offers products that are hands off. You just set them, and it takes you like 1 or 2 hours a week to monitor them. But if you want to become more successful, more profitable, and get hands on the indices, on crypto, on gold, then Airo is the product that you want to be using. So you can also switch from the current products, or you can upgrade your product. Or if you're new to this and listening to this for the first time, you can hop on, try it out for yourself, and see how it works. What Nathan said, we have live session trading calls 2 times a day, 5 days a week. But also, when weekend comes, the traders are not happy, so they are lost and they like to trade crypto and then to participate in the markets, because they get bored over the weekend. So once again, Nate, thank you for hopping on a call. It was a pleasure to get all the information.
I have one question for Nate.
Sure.
Nate, can you tell us something about Airo EA, or it's not time yet for hear something about it?
It's a secret.
Sure. I have, so Airo EA, the automated version, right now only trades strategy number 1. And it's about, depending on the week, somewhere between 72 and 75% accurate. So it's not accurate enough for me to where I'm ready to bring it to the beta test group. I would like for it to be 80% plus accurate before I bring it to the beta test group. And I'm working on a few kinks. But also, as I've been teaching more and more, I've decided, which is kind of delayed the beta test group, for Airo EA, because I'm adding 3 more strategies. So strategy number 1, strategy number 3, strategy number 9, and 10 are going to be the 4 strategies that are going to be available with the EA. And at least that's the plan as of right now. I may release it with just 2 strategies, 1 and 3, and then add 9 and 10 later. But that way, the opportunity to be able to utilize more than one strategy, is there, because more than one strategy, again, different market conditions, you'll have to use different strategies, and so having more than one strategy will allow for better results long term. If there was only one strategy, there, you may not have you may have 2-3 months in a row of great results, and then you have 1 month where results get cut in half because there's not a lot of trades. But other strategies allow for you to enter the market in other conditions, which will allow you to, to make money as well. So the EA is on its way. It'd be pretty cool because it does not use a lot of the same techniques that the majority of the EAs that Auvoria Prime started off with use. Literally, the EA is based off of all the rules and conditions that I teach with the software. I can tell you, of those 75 plus trades that we took, strategy number 3, of those 5 losses we've taken now on London session, we've only lost 1 with strategy 3. We love strategy 3. It's the number 1 used strategy on our call on London session, believe it or not. And the group looks for it every day. And we win with it very, very often. So, number 1 and number 3 will probably be the first 2 strategies that are going to be rolled out with the Airo EA. And then we'll add 9 and 10. That way, there's some enhancements later on down the line. So that is just a little bit about the Airo EA. No timeline on that. I would love to have it out in the next 3 months, and being out meaning available for all customers to use. So it means I need to get to work and really pushing on the development side of finalizing it this month, testing it out, getting to the beta test group, and then getting it ready to launch hopefully by summertime.
Yeah, great. Can't wait.
Great. One last thing about the Airo EA is it will be the first EA that can be utilized on a $50 account. of course, I'm going to recommend minimum of $100. But the great thing about manual trading is you can manual trade with small amounts of money. I've seen individuals in the group turn a $14 account into $500 in the course of a week. They're up trading all day long, but manual trading allows you to be able to trade on smaller accounts. And so for those who don't have $500, you'll have the opportunity to be able to trade on a $100 account, with the software.
That's great news.
Yeah, great news really for the areas where people don't have a lot of deposits to put on the broker. So they can start up from a little as $100. That's really great. All right, so any more questions? All right, going once, going twice, sold. We're gonna let Nathan off because I know he's busy. Once again, thank you for hopping on a call. Thank you for showing us what this tool can do, what will it do in the future, and we are looking forward to see updated versions of the EA and all these other versions that are coming out.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Thank you for your time. And hey, I'll see you guys in the group. For those that join, for those that don't join, you can always contact me. I try to respond to all my messages on a daily basis, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me.
Thank you, Nathan.
See you tomorrow morning.
See you in the morning on the live session.
European time. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, Nick.
So everybody, I think that you saw that this is so simple and easy to use that even literally 10-year-old children can use it. So if you have kids at home, so take their video games off, buy them this software, and let your kids make money for themselves. Imagine if you have a 10-year-old at home, and he does this for 10 years or 8 years. When he turns 18, he will be able to buy his own house, his own car with his own money. This is really insane. Once again, for all those that are new to this call and have been listening to this for the first time, please get back to the person that shared the link for you that got you on the call and discuss with them further, into details how you can get hands on Airo and start creating your success story. Thanks for being with us. I don't know, Željko, you have some final conclusions? Or Dominic?
Hey guys, I use these tools from the day one. When we start with in a beta test group, and now it's I think 4 months after we start, and this is the greatest tool I ever see. I don't have enough time to use it every day, but for the people who have a lot of time, believe me, if you learn every strategy and if you have a discipline, you don't need to go to work anymore in your life. This can be your job, your profession, or whatever. You can ask guys like Josip and Johan, and that's young guys, and I think that they don't plan to work after this year regular job or something similar. So take your time and start to learn about Airo. This is the game changer, and it's the product that can change your life. That's for sure.
Definitely. I know that we're gonna have more and more success stories, and whoever is thinking about whether to use this or not, trust me, test it out for yourself. 1 month, you won't lose anything. You can only win. Dominic, any final words?
Yeah, like I want to start using it too. I wasn't using it, I'm gonna be totally honest, but I see that all the crazy results people are getting in all the groups, like how Nate said, like $14 to $500, $100 to $3,000. I also saw one So it's like really easy, like to use. What we have to be patient, because like the amount of money that we can make in Forex, it's like unlimited. Like how Nathan said, it's $7 trillion a day market. Is just on us, like how much we want to take. For us, we're just taking like breadcrumbs, but what we have to do, like just be patient, get like into the, how do you say, like the routine, like to follow the rules. Because in Forex, if you're not gonna follow the rules, Forex is gonna smack you around and take all your money. So the number one thing in Forex is follow the rules. Don't break the rules. Once you break the rules, you're done. If Net says it has to bounce, then arrow, then you go in. That's what you do. Don't do just like bounce, no arrow, and you go in, or there is no bounce, there is just an arrow and go in, because you're gonna lose. It's 3 simple rules. And guys, if we cannot follow 3 simple rules for trading, then guess what? We're not gonna succeed in life. Because in life, we have to follow simple rules. And people that follow simple rules for trading, they're successful. People, they're always jumping from strategy to strategy, never make any money in Forex. Just like here, Josip, it's his name. He said that he never traded Forex, but he's making money. Why? Because he's following the rules. Josip, are you on the live calls every single day?
Yes.
So what do you have to do? Be on calls every single day, because then it becomes the second nature. Once you look at the chart, you will see the pattern straight away. You will see when to enter. But how you can come so far, you have to be on live calls. You have to use Airo. You have to do it, because the more you use it, the better you're gonna get. So for me, I'm gonna use it like 1 to 2 hours a day, and that's it. I'm gonna wake up at 7 in the morning, from 7 till 9. That's it. I'm using Airo, and then I'm not even looking at it. If I get a trade, I get a trade. If I don't get a trade, I don't get a trade. Don't over trade. What does that mean? Take 2 or 3 trades a day. It's enough. Just 2 or 3.
The most important thing is know when to not to enter the trade.
Exactly. That's also like one really important rule. Listen to this guy. Like, he knows how to trade. He has results. And guys, always don't listen to me about Airo, because I don't have results with Airo. Listen to Josip, because he has the results. And always when you are learning something from somebody, he has to show you that he has results with it. Physical result, not just like talk. Yeah, I know how to use Airo. So what are your results? Go to Josip. Josip knows how to trade. So Josip, if you're gonna make like in Croatian, like a training, I would be like really, really happy if you can make it for us. Because I always say, no matter how old or young somebody is, we can always learn something from them. And Josip, it's like a true example that everything, it's like possible if you just put your head to it and you go and you know what your goals are. So Josip, schedule it with an hour when we can use you so you can train us in Croatian language, please. Thank you. That's all from me.
Awesome. Thank you everybody for hopping on the call. We've been here almost a little bit over an hour. We're gonna let you go take some rest or enjoy your day. I know some people are all tuning in from USA. Some are tuning in from Philippines, as I see. They're early in the morning. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. there. And thank you everybody for being here, getting on here. Take care and see you on the live trading sessions.
I need to say we also have people from Nigeria.
Oh my God. So we have people from 4 continents on this call. Crazy. I'm
international. That's how we like it.
I'm looking forward for the next calls. All right, everybody. Enjoy your day, night, morning, wherever you are.
Good night, guys. Good day. Bye.